Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Are you tired of the same old blah 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 from the media? Do you like unfiltered commentary? Would you like to go back to the days when our rights meant something? Well, you've come to the right place, Crisco's Corner. The fight to get back the ideals of our founders will be long and hard. Please support the channel by subscribing. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back to Crisco's Corner. Marjorie Taylor Greene involved in dispute over mask. Blast Pelosi. Greene was quick to respond to news reports. Now, I looked her up. I'm not familiar with her. I believe she represents Georgia's 14th district, the northwest corner of Georgia. Has a construction company, her and her husband, for a lot of years. She's very, very conservative. Very. And I like her a lot. But before we get started on this, I want to thank all the new views that I've gotten. I've gotten a lot more views than I normally get, especially in the last week. And I very, very much appreciate it. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please, if you could subscribe, please do. I'm trying to earn some ad money to ramp up the channel a little bit, and we can really, really, really do a job on these progressives, because the next 2 years are going to be very critical. We have to stay vigilant. We can't give up. We can't give up. They're at the door. The barbarians are at the gate, and we have to make sure that we hold. I would appreciate it. Any subscription, and you could spread the word and share this video on other platforms. That would be awesome as well. Let's get to the story. Incoming Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, another new Republican House member were involved in a dispute over coronavirus masks. Yeah, the whole world's going to hell. All the Western economies are in the toilet. And what do these morons argue about? Masks. Jesus. Dispute over coronavirus masks at the 117th Congress met for the first time on Sunday, journalist Jake Sherman reported. Greene and the unidentified Republican appeared to tell floor staff they would not put on masks, Sherman reported. The Republicans and Democratic floor staff ended up in a screaming match. Greene was quick to respond to the report. Speaker Nancy Pelosi changed the COVID rules because she is desperate to cling to the gavel. No one can attack me about masks. What they're talking about, the change of rules, they had people that could vote remotely. It was crazy. It's complicated, the rules, and some had to show up in person, some couldn't, and Pelosi wasn't sure she could have enough votes. And of course, she did what she always does. She manipulates the rules in order to make herself win. But I'll give her this. She's a great politician, and she's very good at raising money. Speaker Nancy Pelosi changed the COVID rules because she's desperate to cling to the gavel. No one can attack me about masks when Pelosi is sending Democrats to the floor with positive COVID tests to vote for her for Speaker. That's true. It's so close that she had to send people in a chamber. Now they send in 70-odd people at a time. Think about this for a minute, folks. When they're raiding people's homes for having 8-10 people at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you can't have more than X amount of people at a funeral, you get to send in people that were tested positive for certain that COVID-19 into a room with over 70 people. And that's okay because it's about Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, I'll give her that one. Greene spoke on Twitter in an apparent reference to Representative Gwen Moore, Democrat from Wisconsin, who will be allowed to vote on the floor after announcing December 28th she had tested positive for coronavirus. Yeah. Here we go here. Representative Gwen Moore will be in attendance for Speaker vote today. But per her office, Moore announced she had tested positive for COVID December 28th. Moore has worked with doctors and is safe to travel, said an aide. Oh, okay. You're safe to travel. Because the doctor said so. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. If that were anywhere else, if that was your house, how about your restaurant? How about your business? Oh, it's okay. The person that's coming in with the other 70 people in the business is working with doctors, so it's all right. I think it's unfair, but she needed the votes. And so they do what they normally do. They'll bend the rules, no matter who it hurts, to get what they want. Well, they actually do have a mask. Green continued, posting a photo of herself sporting a face mask with the slogan, Trump won. Good for you. And this is about time now. I don't agree with 100% of what Representative Green believes in. About 90, 95. Some of the QAnon stuff I'm not real keen on, but that's okay. I mean, nobody's perfect. But you know what, though? This is what we need. Conservative and Republican people, pay attention. You may not agree with everything she believes in, but she's got the right idea. Stand up to these idiots. Because the Democrats and Republicans have been fighting for years. But the problem is Republicans, milquetoast Republicans like Mitt Romney and McCloskey and all of them in the Senate, and several in the House, I might add, are bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's about time. This is a battle. This is a war. You bring a gun to a gunfight. It's figuratively, of course, for those YouTube algorithms out there. It's about time. Republicans showed some spine. 2 new Republicans, including Green, are being told by House floor staff they have to put their masks on. As of now, they seem to be telling the floor staff they will not put them on. Taylor Greene is leaving on the floor with another R who are trying to ID. Oh, we got to find out who it is, and so we can shame them. People are like, this is like high school crap. These people, by the way, get platinum health insurance at little or no cost. They have health insurance that would cost, I would guess, on the open market, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. And guess who foots the bill? The House will vote on Monday on new rules package to begin the new Congress, which will include a remote voting option. Don't like it. Sorry. You know, in all fairness, if you, God forbid, were in a cancer ward getting treatment, you get to vote remotely, I just don't like the idea. I just don't like the idea. And it has nothing to do with a political party. I just think it makes too much room for chicanery and bending of the rules, which these people are famous for. Famous for. To begin the new Congress, which will include a remote voting option. But in the House, you can't carry over the rules from the 116th to the 117th. That's why everyone had to show up on noon Saturday. Under normal circumstances, all 435 House members elect would crowd into the chamber to vote electronically and record their presence. But during coronavirus, the House will summon members to the chamber in groups of about 72 persons. The first group will start with Republican Alma Adams and runs through Representative Michael Cloud, Republican Texas. Obviously, it's alphabetical order. The seventh and final group stretches from Republican Joe Wilson through Representative Lee Zeldin. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but it's the hypocrites. It's the hypocrisy of it all. And meanwhile, they're locking down businesses. They have 4 people in them. And there's people in this group, more than one, that have tested positive for coronavirus. Why are they there? Well, because they represent people. Well, these businesses are dying. And people are dying because their businesses are being destroyed. Well, John, at least they're not dead. Well, you know what? I'm 64 years old. My business has been destroyed by progressives in this area. I'm in a low-income area in a city in upstate New York because of what I believe in. Went through my entire life savings trying to keep my business going. Yeah. So now I got to live another 10, 20 years, God willing, and have everything gone. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is what they're doing to businesses. This is what they're doing to people. Follow some simple rules. Follow some simple health rules. The WHO has gone back and forth so many times, it's hard to determine what the rules are anymore. And the same with the American CDC. It seems to be the rule du jour. It's ridiculous. And politics is the fuel behind all of it. God, when the hell did doctors become politicians? I guess we can do a whole episode just on that. So good for her. Like I said, I don't agree with everything she stands for, but a good 90-95%, that's more than enough for me. And I'm going to get, hopefully, God willing, right now I have no congressional representation on that floor for that vote because of the fiasco involved in the district that I live in, New York 22nd, upstate New York, between former Congress member Claudia Tenney and current incumbent Democrat Anthony Brindisi. Claudia was ahead by over 28,000 votes on election night. Now it went from 11 to 41 to 14. Now it's 40. Who the hell knows what it is now? And there's some envelopes, they didn't know if they counted them already, and judges are involved in courts. It's ridiculous. So the people that live in New York 22nd District got zero representation on the floor for the speaker vote. Zero. This is the chaos that the Democrats took advantage of with all those unsolicited ballots. And in New York State, everybody and his brother could register online. Where the hell's the check and balance? It's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to me. You got to show ID to buy a damn pack of cigarettes. God forbid you buy a pack of cigarettes or a beer in New York State. But you have to show ID to register or vote. It's absolutely insane because they want chaos. Chaos is to their advantage. That's why now, if you notice, morons like Mayor Wheeler in Portland, Oregon, and a lot of the progressive idiots are now screaming for help against all the rioting and the pillaging that's going on and the demonstrations. They didn't give a damn before the election. This is what they thrive on. Folks, don't fall for it. Anybody that votes for a Democrat in the next 2 years at any level, whether it be dog catcher all the way through the President of the United States, if you vote for a Democrat, I don't care if it's your wife or your husband or one of your kids, you deserve what you get until those people in Portland that are probably going to vote in Wheeler again or somebody just as stupid and just as ridiculous. You reap what you sow. And if you vote another Democrat in, they do the exact same thing. Don't start whining and complaining. We need people like her to say no and stand up. Republicans, it's time to fight back. Time is running out. And until next time, folks, goodbye and good luck.